Alrighty, we are back, and today I want to talk about things that we need to be doing before GDC ends. Now, August 18th is basically going to be one of the last days of things for the global Dokkan campaign. The banners are going to be going away. The Peppy Gals banner is going to be live, so things are going to be changing up a considerable amount after today. So what I want to do is go over a little bit of a checklist of things that you should be doing before everything is done with the celebration. So first and foremost, make sure you log in today. The little Shenron buff is in the game for logging in, and everybody is guaranteed to get the Super Shenron animation, which is going to give you 7 Dragon Stones on top of whatever login bonus you're going to have. So that is the first thing that we need to be taking a look at, and that is going to give you 7 Dragon Stones to start right off the bat. Very easy. Literally all you need to do is log in. So that's the first thing you should do. Let's go ahead and move on. Next up is something I'm sure most players have taken care of at this point, but make sure that you are finishing up all of your panel missions for part 1 and part 2. This is going to give you all 100 of your rainbow tickets, and this is going to allow you to do either the 44% chance tickets, or you can go ahead and do multis on the banners. So you want to make sure that you are taking advantage of this. Obviously, you guys know, I'm sure most of you have taken advantage of this. I just want to make sure that just in case maybe you're not paying attention, that you do go ahead and finish up all your panel missions, take care of these things, because they're going to be going away very soon, and you want to make sure that you're using these tickets to potentially pull dupes for some of these GDC LRs, or maybe get your first copy. Whatever it may be, this is the time to go ahead and do it. This next one may seem obvious to most people, but you also want to make sure that you are farming up the free-to-play characters, right? Nova Shenron, as well as the Rose Goku Black clones. This is going to be going away in 20 hours. So if you have not finished them, you only did one for the tickets, make sure you go finish this, right? Clearing this clone event is going to be essential for you, as this is a very, very, very good just event for you to be doing, right? Getting a free team here, especially if you are a beginner player, this is just very, very essential. You guys know at this point how to farm these. I'm sure if you have not, I have a guide for both of these, for Nova Shenron as well as the Rose Goku Black clones, but this is something that you do not want to be missing out on. This is a very, very important thing. So make sure, if you have not farmed up your free-to-play characters yet, that you are doing this, and you're really going to want to make sure this is done, because again, once these characters go away, you're going to be missing out. LR Nova Shenron is very, very good on the Omega Shenron team, and then Rose Goku Black is good on the Super Bosses setup, but if you don't want to run that one, you could run them on like a Future Saga setup, and it will be fine. So when it comes to the alternate arts, you don't necessarily have to do them if you don't want, but I would recommend at least getting done the base set of the clones, because you only had to do one for the tickets. So if you did not finish this up yet, make sure you do that, and you will be good to go after this. So make sure you farm these clones and you'll be good to go. Next up, I want to talk about the Proof of Mastery shop in the Baba shop. Now, you guys can see your boy is not done doing this yet, but what you want to do is make sure you are clearing this out. There is way too many items here that are of high value for you that you want to make sure you're getting. You can see we have Elder Kais in here, Dozen Kais, which are always nice, right? These are a nice way to sneak some super attack and save Kais and free-to-play characters if you really want. This is usually what I'll use if I'm trying to conserve my Kais a little bit, like my Elder Kais and my Grand Kais and stuff like that. These are just a nice thing to have. It doesn't hurt to have them, right? Then also some exclusive orbs for a lot of really good units, right? Right off the bat right here, you guys can see we have one for the Blue Vegito Super Easy A, and you want to make sure that you are buying all of these. This is a very easy process to do. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been grinding the Popo event since this celebration started, so you want to make sure you go through here and get all of these items. This is a very easy process, but if you don't know exactly how to do it, let's go ahead and go over that now. Okay, so we are over here at the menu for the Popo event, and if we look at the effect on this one, you want to be running characters that are on 2 categories. If you look here, Battle of Fate and Hybrid Saiyans are going to be the categories that you want. So you can see with the setup I have here, minus Tech Vegito, we have all of the characters that we need in order to buff our drop rate on this stage. So just running characters like Beast Gohan, Sword of Hope Trunks, the new Gohan Goten Trunks LR, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, whatever characters you have that fit this build are going to be what you are looking for. Now, as always, I make sure to mention this when we look at this, but the support memories are what we want to use. And with this, we have oolong and stuff like that, and we go ahead and start this up, and you will be good to go for the buff. Now, if you run out of the red support reels, you can always use the Bula Go shopping one, and then on global, there's also an Android 18 support memory that is going to have the same effect where you get bonus drops. So this is just a very simple process here. You just want to grind this over and over again until you have enough proof masteries to finish out the shop. If you have power level bonuses, this is also going to be very good for you in terms of getting everything that you need. Just getting the extra drops and stuff like that, looking for the 9 drops and stuff like that is really, really good. So make sure you're running your boosts on this. I'm sure most of you have been doing this every day, but if you have not finished clearing out the shop yet, make sure you do that, because this is, again, very, very important that you get these skill orbs, because these are just really, really valuable skill orbs that you really don't get often in terms of, you know, level 8 defense and stuff like that, level 8 attack, and it just... Character exclusive skill orbs are always nice to have, because typically those are going to go beyond the normal buffs, and these are like one-time exclusive equipments that you really can't get for other characters at most consistent times. So just keep that in mind. You definitely want to make sure you are clearing out the Popo Event shop. Do this as many times as you need to, run your boost, and make sure you do that, because this isn't going away in 20 hours, but you definitely still want to get this done before the celebration is over. Next up, I want to talk about the Global Dragonstone 2025 items. These are something you need to make sure that you are exchanging. Now, I'm not sure when this expires. I probably should have looked at... Oh, it says it right there. You have a week to do this, right? But we have essentially seen how like the celebration has played out, right? Super easy A's, stuff like that. We know what the celebration is giving us. So if we look around here, we should be good to go in terms of who to pick up. Now, I've made countless videos during this GDC on who to pick up, right? What I've been doing is updating it every couple weeks, saying like, all right, if it were to end today, this is what we should be doing. And the last one that I did was revolving around the Mighty Mask Super Easy A. So I guess I can speed run that video for you in here. If you want to pick up Mighty Mask, I think that's a good choice. I think Super Saiyan 4 Goku is also a good one. The STR Super Easy A, that's who I picked up. I ended up picking up 3 copies of him to get the gold slot for the GT Heroes team. And then I think with my last 2, I'm going to pick up 2 copies of STR Omega Shenron because of how good the Omega Shenron team is. I think I want to pick him up, but I'm not sure yet. So if you want to wait a few more days, you potentially can, but if you are watching this video with stuff that you need to keep in mind, that is definitely something I would recommend doing. Or if you want to wait, you can. But if you want to pick up characters today, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I don't think you can go wrong. And Mighty Mask, I also think is a really good pick. STR Omega is a very good pickup. AGL Rose, if you don't have him, isn't a horrible pickup either. So these are just some general characters that you could potentially pick up with these Global Dragonstones. And you want to make sure you do this because these are extremely premium characters in terms of like accessibility, right? How often are you able to just choose a yellow coin LR like this, or potentially a Dokkan Festival exclusive LR? Now, unfortunately, this does not go up to the Tech Gohan Easy A, which I'm sure would be like a slam dunk pick for most players, but that is okay. We don't really need them in this case here. So just keep that in mind. This is a decent setup here, and you guys should be good to go. Make sure you are exchanging these before the week is over, because you don't want to miss out on super easy A's and stuff like this to sort of fill out your account. Very important stuff here. So Global Dragonstones, make sure you spend these. I'll link a video on who to pick up and why in more description if you really want, and that should be good to go. Okay, so next up, we need to take a look at the Global Coin 2025. You guys know how to get these at this point. You've been able to get them through missions and logging in. Make sure you are clearing out this shop as well to the furthest of your ability. I don't believe this one is as easy to figure out as like the Popo shop, where you can just potentially pick up everything that you want in here, because it's just the items are not as premium and farmable. But these are definitely going to be something that we pick up, right? These are these Link Skill Orbs, very valuable items right there. You get 45 of those right there. And then if you want to get the statues, you potentially can as well. I'd probably stay away from getting the training items. Those are a little bit too common. And if you can go in here, make sure you are grabbing the Elder Kai and Supreme Kai medals if those are available as well. Those are very like good items to have. The Elder Kai and Supreme Kai medals can potentially become a little bit of a scarce resource if you are awakening units in mass, so just keep that in mind. I think what I would pick up here is probably some of the hidden potential orbs. I don't hate that choice. because again, you just have like 20 of these, and we have a decent bit. We've been doing LR EZAs over on the side. That's why we have a lot of stones right now. So that's why we have hidden potential orbs and stuff like that. So if you don't really want to worry about that, you can just go ahead and pick up the Zenny or the gravity chambers, but make sure you are spending this item before they are gone. So just something to keep in mind. Let's go ahead and move on. Next up, I want you guys to make sure that you are handling your coins from Pity in the proper way. Now, there are multiple approaches that we can go about for this. If you have 500 and you want to pick up a dupe for, or potentially your first copy of a GDCLR, you can do that. But what we need to make sure we know is going on is how we want to exchange these in the future. So what do I mean by that? What we want to do is convert them to whatever type of coin that we want them to convert over to in the future for Carnival coins or Dokkan Fest coins. This is a very simple process. You can go back and forth. So you guys can see I've already done this, but if you want to convert all of them to red coins, take your Carnival coins here, convert them to the Dokkan Festival coins for global, and then go down here and turn them into Dokkan Festival coins. If you want to do the process for festival coins, you can do this. What I would personally do is make sure you know what you're allocating these to before the celebration is over. So even if you want to wait, make sure that you put them all into one spot or you split them evenly. Whatever your plan is, make sure you are doing that, because again, these are going to just automatically convert. And if maybe you have 300 of these and 100 of these, and you're like, I want to have 400 red coins when the celebration is over, make sure you convert your teal coins over to red coins so that way you do not miss out on this. This is going to be after the 7 days here. This is just going to convert regularly to coins. So make sure that you are converting them to the typing that you want, and you should be good to go. Or if you just want to spend them and you know you've been waiting and deciding which one you want to pick up, you could also do that as well. This next one is very simple. The burst mode for Omega Shenron is up for the next 20 hours. This is very easy. If you have a double Gogeta 4 setup or a GT Heroes team, you're going to absolutely blast through this. So just set up the points to however you want to set it up with GT Heroes and stuff like that, and you should be good to go. Don't really need to talk about this too much, but make sure you're finishing up the burst mode. Moving along, we have to talk about Ultimate Clash. Make sure you are clearing these missions out as well. Go as far as you want. You guys can see your boy hasn't done all of the missions here, but if you really want to maximize the value from the mode, you need to at least do this once, because you can get a copy of the LR Shadow Dragons, which is very good for the Omega Shenron team. Then you're also going to be getting 10 of the Rainbow tickets. So if you have not done this yet, which I'm sure a lot of you have, make sure that you do get this done. The battlefield is pretty simple this time around, especially just if you have a few teams that are good to go. That's why we recommend that you do the clone team in case you haven't done that yet. So just keep that in mind. Very, very simple process, and you want to make sure you're getting this done. So play Ultimate Clash at least once to get the tickets and the LR Shadow Dragon unit. You won't regret it. This is something that your boy still needs to do, but what you want to do is clear out the EZAs that are going to be expiring in 20 hours. So these ones right here, you can see Pat the Power Kid Goku, this is STR Goku Gohan and Cell, the Pikkon and Janemba, and then the Kale and Caulifla, as well as the Hit and Goku EZAs, Yamcha and Ginyu. These all have 20 hours remaining. So you can see we did the LR because LR EZAs are much, much less time consuming and easier to do than the TURs, but we have these done, and you want to just go through these, because if we look right here, we have 30, without counting the missions, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210 stones potentially here that you could be missing out on if you do not complete all of these. And they are going to be going, I guess, back to the Portal of Memories. I thought they were trying to kind of do away with that, but it says remaining with 20 hours here. So I want to at least make sure we cover it. So this is something that you need to make sure you are doing in order to get the extra Dragon Stones. So that way we can look forward to the next major banner, which should be Tanabata. Now, you may be asking, Vil, when is that? Not sure yet, right? It's we don't know when Tanabata is. We know when the Pepe Gals banner is, but we are definitely going to be advising that you skip that banner for sure. I'll probably do a Should You Summon video tomorrow. The answer is no. But you guys know how that goes. So that is everything that I wanted to go over here in terms of things that you need to be doing before GDC is over. Just to round things out, make sure you are clearing out all of the shops that we have in the game at the moment and getting all the currency that you have. Finish up your EZAs, do Battlefield, do the burst mode, grind the free-to-play teams if you have not already, and you should be good to go. Spend your resources that you have, right? If you haven't used your tickets, go ahead and use those now. If you haven't used your global Dokkan coins and your global Dokkan stones, make sure you're using those as well, and you should be good to go. So thank you guys for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below what you have done with some of these things. Are you planning to pity another copy of a character? Stuff like that in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like before you go. Helps spread the videos out, helps the channel out a ton, and I appreciate you for it. Subscribe if you are new, so that way you don't miss out on any of my Dokkan content. GDC might basically be over, but that doesn't mean the grind's stopping by any stretch of the imagination. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.